Bam, right there. How's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So today's juice review is another flavor from Hour Up e-liquids. This is their bottle right here. Just Hydra is the flavor we're doing today. There is their logo. I'll explain the point of this here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and do the vape on this first. Tell you if the flavor profile hits what it's supposed to, show you the clouds on this, and then I'll go into a little bit more on the backstory of the line itself, so to speak. So we're going to go ahead and pop this open, and as you can see, it is a decent amount of juice in this bottle. It does have a stout security ring on here, so it is not going to be easy to tamper with. So if there's something wrong with it, you will know right off the bat. As always, it is going on fresh cotton, and the cotton of my choice I've used from almost the beginning is Texas Tough Cotton. Right there, bam. Just works really well for me. Quick and easy to use, and I like it that it has little to no break-in time. So, you know, I think about the only flavor so far that I've found that, you know, takes a little bit to get worked in there is candy flavors or the really lighter citrusy type flavors. But other than that, everything else just boom, right off the bat, it's just full flavor. So it works really well, but that link is always going to be in the comment box. Now, Hydra is basically supposed to just be like a grape drink. And it smells a lot like the ones that we used to have as kids. You know, it's summer camp, sleepaway camp. I think we just called them bug juice. But they came in the little plastic round barrel-looking containers. It was pretty much all just sugar water. But, you know, when you think back on things like that, those are some of the best memories you have, at least in my opinion. So this basically is supposed to just emulate the grape drink, grape bait style of those times. So we will see. I haven't had too many grape flavors before. Most of them are all candy flavors, and they all usually come off really, really sweet. So I'm hoping it'll be interesting to see, but I'm hoping that this does not come off like that. I'm hoping this actually has a flavor style to it other than just, you know, kind of just being like an overly sweet type flavor. Go ahead and just do a quick burn on there. Get the juice flowing. Go ahead and get this up and running, and we will go ahead and do this vape. Okay, so as always, it is at 75 watts, and this is Hydra from Hour Up e-liquids. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick re-drip on this, and that's just to ensure that I'm not missing anything on the flavor, because sometimes, you know, little things about the flavor itself, there'll be little nuances that kind of creep up on you after you've been vaping it for a little bit, or that might blast you right off the beginning, and it's just because it's new on new cotton, so then it tones down a bit more. But I just don't want to misinform anybody of anything, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a couple of more quick hits just to ensure that what I tasted is in actuality what the flavor itself is supposed to be. Okay, as I get up close and personal, so Hydra from Hour Up e-liquids. It's now, sorry, I'm just trying to pull up the website here real quick just so I can let you know the link to that. I like it for one specific reasoning, to be completely honest with you. Now, what impresses me most about this, now if you've ever had this drink when you were a kid, it did have the sweetness, the grape sweetness flavor to that. But it always had, at least in my opinion from what I remember, it always had almost kind of a watered down aftertaste. Like it just been sitting in like the mix just, you know, it was more water than anything. But that's part of what makes me think of it more as from a child's point of view. You know, that's something that I remember specifically about this flavor. Now, what I think is cool about this is that they've emulated that, at least for me, in this vape almost exactly. Like the way that it tasted out of that little plastic container, that's exactly what I taste out of this. It is that grape drink that has that almost little watered down taste on the tail end, which I'm not sure if they meant for that to happen, but for me, that basically makes it an almost dead on replica of that flavor. So for me personally, that's a big positive, just because of the fact that they have found a way to get that flavor so meticulously dead on. Now, some people may want a little bit more of a sweetness flavor out of this. Just depending on your preference, depending on your sensitivity to flavors and things like that, it may or may not be enough. But for me, for what it's supposed to remind me of, it definitely is on that. Now, it's definitely going to have clouds, as you saw. It is a max VG line, so they definitely have pushed as much VG into this flavor as they can without making it too much to where it'll affect the flavor. But as you see, it is a 100 ml bottle right there, and that's how it's retailed, like that. So that is a lot of juice for you to enjoy in a max VG line. So that's crazy. And it is available in a 0, 3, and a 6. Now, if you go to Hour Up E-Liquids, they do have their main page is their Facebook page. But if you want to purchase this online, you can go to its Juice Guys Distro. Juice Guys, it's Juice Guys Distribution, but it's shortened to juiceguysdistro.com, and they carry a bunch of vaping stuff, like pretty much covering any type of vaping needs that you might need. But Hour Up E-Liquids is prominently on that website, so you can definitely retail it off there. All their flavors are on there. I have done reviews on the other flavors. They were sent to me for the sole purpose of these reviews. I do have one more to do after this, so definitely click that red subscribe button, leave a comment, and it'll let you know the next notification for my next video when it comes up. These are these bottles. Now, the Arrow Up, as I said, I would explain this real quick. The Arrow Up, basically, that's the name of the company, but it's got the 2 arrows and it's pointing upwards. Well, if you've noticed on the bottles, they all have the actual star constellations for what they are. Where do you see the star constellations? Up in the sky. So Arrow Up, look up, there you go. It's a nice play on it. I didn't get it right away, but once I found that out, it's a really cool little play on the name, and telling you that, to always look to the stars, reach for the stars. You always got to look up. But it's a max VG line, like I said. If you are big in the clouds, it's a definite win in that column. Flavors are pretty much on point, but because of the max VG, they are a lot smoother, so there is no throat hit. Now, I know there are vapors out there that do like a little bit of the kick to the throat. This may or may not work for them, but if you do like the higher VG lines, you definitely need to try this line. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram. You can email them directly at arrowupeliquid@gmail.com. You can also check them out for purchase on juiceguysdistro.com. I will put all those links in the comment box below. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do myself to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you is the only reason why I do this. So definitely reach out to me. Let me know if there's any questions, comments, concerns you might have. A particular video that you'd like to see. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, thank you so much for all the support and all the likes and subscriptions that you guys have been clicking on. It's a truly humbling experience for me. So from the bottom of my heart, I will always be grateful and thank you for that. Until next time, always truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good one, guys.